Hi everyone, and welcome to another video about binary. We're going to be talking today about how to add and subtract binary numbers. Now it looks like a big old bloody mess right now. Let me put some headers here for you guys. Adding example, and there is a subtraction example. So let's take the adding example first, and we'll say, what is this really about? How do we do this? So 6 plus 4 equals 10. That'd be pretty easy because we have fingers and we can tell. For computer, maybe not so easy because they have to convert the numbers, and so let's just convert it for them and make it easier to add. First, our first step is to convert the individual numbers into their binary counterparts. So 6 would be 0, 1, 1, 0, and 4 would be 0, 1, 0, 0. Now we have to say, okay, well, what the heck is 10 going to be without using the way of converting? So let's try and add them together, and you could always convert them later to check as we're going to do. But here we have 6 and we have 4, and we're going to add zeros and ones and see what happens. And remember, if we exceed the number of 1, 1 and 1 will be a carryover of 1, but it will be a 0, and a carryover of 1, 1, 1 will be a carryover of 1 and a result of 1. And we'll see that here. Here we're adding 0 and 0 together, which will be 0, and then we have 1 and 0, which will be 1, 1 and 1, which will be 0 with a carryover of 1, and 1 and 0, which will be 1. Now we could do a check there, and we could say this 0 is the 2 to the 0's place, to the 1's place, to the 2's place, to the 3's place. We're only using the 2 to the 3's place and the 2 to the 1's place. So let's add those. 2 to the 3 is 8, plus 2 to the 1 is 2, which will equal 10. So we can tell that this number is correct, not only from just adding it right there, but from our conversion that we did in the previous video. Now, subtraction is a little bit trickier. Now, you have to remember with addition, the carryover went from the right to the left. And subtraction is the exact opposite, and it looks really weird. It goes from left to right, and it carries over with 2 ones instead of just 1 1. Because you have to remember, this place is double that place to the right of it. Now, let's take these two numbers. I didn't do 6 minus 4 because that would have been a bit too easy. There's no complications or carryover that way. Just straight subtraction. So we're going to do this, and we're going to say convert these numbers. 6 will be 0, 1, 1, 0, and 3 will be 0, 1, 1. So, I mean, subconsciously you're already saying, well, I already know that it's 3, so why go through this thing? But the exercise is to know how to subtract, not to know what 6 minus 3 is, which we all know. So let's say we have this situation. We have a 0 minus 1. We can't have a negative number in binary right now, so at this stage we have 0 minus 1. That's a no-no. So we're going to say, oh, I need to take from the left. But this guy is already at the top of his, he has enough on his plate because he is already at the borderline of 0. So if you take from him, he is also going to suffer and become negative. So we're going to take from the only unburdened number to the left, which is that 1 in the 2 to the 3rd's place, or sorry, 2 to the 2nd's place. So we have 1, and we're going to take that 1 and move it up here. Remember, this is double that. So 2 of these is equal to 1 of those. So I put 2 of those because I took it from the left. So I said 2 plus 1 is 3 minus 1. You put the 1 there, but you still have a carryover of 1. Now you took 1 of these and you moved it to the right. So once again, one of these is double one of those. So I said, okay, 2 and 1 minus 1 is 2. So I'll have 1 with a carryover of 1, but it's 1 from the left side, which means it's double the right side. So we're really carrying over 2 to the right side. Very confusing stuff, I'm sorry guys, but we'll basically understand this left side is double the next one to the left of it. So whenever you carry 1 over from the left, it will be 2 of that current digit will be carried over. So now we're saying, okay, we carried over that 1, 2 and 1 is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, so there's a carryover. You put 1 and 2 there, 2 minus 1 is 1. So in the end we get 3, we have our 6 minus 3 is 3. Now we could always check it, but it's pretty easy. 2 to the 0 is 1, and 2 to the 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So I didn't bother putting that there, but you can feel free to check it in the same way. Just remember, with addition, the carryover goes from right to left, and with subtraction, the carryover goes from left to right, and the carryover is doubled because the character on the left is double the value of the character on the right. There's a much simpler way of doing this, which is called 2's complement. I invite you to watch that video. It is much less confusing to do subtraction both for you and the computer. So thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please talk to your course instructor because he knows a lot more than I do. So.